Namaskar, everyone. And as Neil pointed out, it's a very Bangalore heavy panel. So let me start by saying, yeah, welcome from a beautiful city of Bangalore. I live here. 24 degrees. It's a clear sky, clean air. Our sun is trying to peek through the clouds, and nature is also looking at its best. I'm sitting in my kids' room, so the Hot Wheels is pretty much visible out there. And and weekend after weekend, we have been actually talking about restarting our economy, restarting our work and our life. And I keep emphasizing on this fact that whenever we do that, we must include, emission, pollution, and a reduction on these things whenever we restart our economies. Let's take this opportunity of making sure that the new life and the new economic strategies are more resilient, they're low carbon, and it is more prosperous recovery, if I may say so. So today's discussion is about the roadmap to the economic revival, and we got some fabulous speakers. And just a pretext to this, and some of my personal viewpoint, and I feel that uh, the COVID-19 pandemic has brought a global economic activity to a virtual halt. And while the world was long expecting a recession, the pandemic has surely, pulled the trigger. The global trade has been undergoing several disruptions, and heightened trade tensions between US and China has only made the matters worse. And as for India, our limited share in the global trade, along with the battered domestic and global outlook, I think it provides a very little room to contribute from the export market to the growth. And I personally feel that government expenditure is one of the key components that can aid the growth moving forward. And Neil is smiling because I'm sure I'm going to take some views on him. And but infrastructure has strong links to growth. And with both supply and demand side, features that generate a great employment and also build some long-term assets, if I may say so. Prime Minister Modi's 13th May speech, where we all heard of a word called Atmanirbhar, and thereafter we've been hearing a lot of mantras onto vocal for local, and localization and stuff like that. And I think that's another market consumption, for the local goods, and it's a great thing. And I remember Mahatma Gandhi always saying that self-sufficient village economy, and probably that's coming so true in today's time. But I'm not an economist. We have some outstanding four leaders with us today, and allow me to introduce them. And so we have Anuj Kalra, who is a CFO for Kaljas, is a global CFO for one of their ophthalmic devices businesses. And what's good about Anuj is he's also very passionately involved into the company's corporate social responsibilities, and he's been working very, very closely on that front on a global level. Then we have Mr. JC Sharma, Vice Chairman and Managing Director for Shobha Limited. Sharma ji has 19 years with Shobha, and he has steered the company to become one of the most respected and trusted real estate brands in the Indian market. He's a speaker on various industry bodies. He sits on various industry bodies, works with the government, and to make sure that yes, there is some kind of a synergy, and such an important sector comes to be a real highlight of the town. Then we have Mr. Manoj Nambiar. He's a managing director and board member of Arohan Financial Services, and he's also the chairman for Microfinance Institutions Network. Microfinance, in fact, serves around close to 60 million end clients and impacts a life of more than 300 million people. And Manoj is very closely working in steering the sector together in challenging external environment. Welcome, Manoj. Rakesh Srivastava would join us. Rakesh is a managing director for Nissan India, and he has almost more than 2 decades of experience in the automobile industry, and probably we'll hear from him what's happening in the auto space. And to moderate the conversation, we have Neil Ratan, Managing Partner North for PwC India. Neil has over 3 decades of experience serving clients across the areas of innovative technology-oriented initiatives for the government, government strategy, government process reform, capacity building, IT governance, program management for large and complex project. And I would personally love to hear his views on the government spending that I personally feel is the biggest step for the economic revival. And also the important question is, does the government have the money to do all this? A very warm welcome to all our speakers. There's such a learned and experienced panel, and we can only expect a highly engaging and insightful conversation. As I said, I will return towards the end of the conversation to know what's happening in the life of the speakers other than the work. And Neil, welcome again, and the screen is all yours.
Hey, thanks a lot, Deepak. Thanks a lot. And